Welcome back to Satisfactory. Alright, last episode we finished our starter factories, which look really good in this moonlight. That's a thumbnail for something. So all we're going to do now is we're going to take at least one, probably one, of our sushi belt situations. Matter of fact, hold on one second. Where do we have our blueprints? Mega storage for this guy. We want at least 4 of these. Ah, so we need a little bit of quartz. We can drop a stack of quartz in there. And we actually should have plenty of iron product ready to go. And we've got iron product down below. Of course, I think we need to pick up 1 stack of plate. But let's take 2. And then we'll just make sure that we sort out the plate first so we have access to it. So we have our mega factory going up here, and we've got our starter factories over here. I just want to do a short video. It's going to be super short. Where we... Can I squeeze in here? I think I can. So let's just put a little sign here. Why is it such a long pole? I'll put it to the side. And then we'll have it say monochrome. We'll do a little arrow. We'll do a layout change. Can I put the arrow on the right? No. Sad. And we'll just say 2 mega. So you know that, hey, this stuff is going to the mega factory. And I'm going to start with just the iron products. I think a nice merger is the way to go. I need to be careful. I might start creating crates if I'm not careful. Alright, the point here isn't to necessarily add to the overall production. It's just to not have it go to waste. That's a sushi belt of all sushi belts. I gotta wait for one that has some pipe in it. Alright, so I believe we already have the basics already set up for this, in that we have it ready to go. This is the point where we'll see the new stuff coming in. But I guess we could zoop ourselves some foundations. believe some people played this game without Zoot. So there it is. It's all backed up as you would expect. Then we'll get our blueprints out. We got to figure out where this is going to go. I think I typically set it up pretty close. Something like that. Just checking the placement over here. This isn't perfect. I think it's close. We added 3 items. So the question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 industrial storage containers enough? You would think the answer would be yes. What are we sending over? Screws, plates, and rods. I mean, plates and rods is probably more than enough. Screws, though, I'm questioning. Also, we want to make sure that we have all those things. We've got room for 4 of these, so I could put 2. I could put 2 down. But you know what I'm thinking? Actually, hopefully I didn't fly away too far away. I remember halfway out there that we have a designer in-house. So when I'm looking at the mega storage, is there a way that I could have, I mean, in a world where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 industrial storage containers is enough programmatic storage, which is a lot. Could we also have a version of this that includes the digital upload? Can we smartly get the digital upload in here? I think we can. What we'll do is we'll take this out temporarily, and then we'll put in the, what is it, the organization? Yeah, digital depot. Oh, I don't have my digital depot stuff on me. This is the problem when you improvise. I think I know where those are. Let me zip over here for a second. I want to say, at the very least, they're in that storage container right there. It would be nice if they were a little closer, though. But alas, they're not. So I probably dropped them off over here somewhere. Let's add 3-dimensional depots to our list of things to do. I need to start a hypertube system. This reflection pool is gonna kinda work. When I say it's gonna mostly work. So at this point, this one is now, anything that goes in here is exclusively for the digital depot. We can't really have that. So we'll go, that's partially overlapping. How, when that one's right there? That's super rude. I can't make any adjustments. How did I build this if that's partially overlapping? I mean, I don't disagree, but how did you let me get this far? I might not know how to fix this. How did I do this? We received some sort of grace at some point, somehow. They won't even let me connect to it. Okay, I guess. I was gonna do something different there, but maybe we'll have to just figure it out in place, not have it be a blueprint. I'm just shocked by that lack of ability. We need 120 of these. I guess the first one doesn't have to be. We can make the first one of these. How are we going to do this? I'm just going to have one line popping out this way. Could connect it here. And then as we go down the line, send the appropriate thing in. Oh, that's going to be too high. Because it's going to want to cross over here. When in doubt, just go all the way. Did I have a reversal problem there? I did. And I want to go extra high up so we have plenty of room to drop this down. Sometimes from certain angles, things just look crooked. But it's correct. So now we just need to take another smart splitter right here to unsushi this belt. Well, do I want the first one to be screws? I mean, we're going to end up with a lot of screws. Yeah, let's make the first one screws. There we go. If I send the additional ones, so we're limiting ourselves to 1 belt. Well, we're limiting ourselves to 2 belts worth of screws. That's the real problem with screws, is that we end up wanting more than 1 belt's worth. That is a good point. It's like... Is that gonna clip? I think this is gonna clip. Ooh. That's gonna clip. I think I'm gonna make this all screws. We'll let this go all in for screws. I think the way to do it would be to take this out now. Then put it in a smart splitter at this point. And on this one, we're going to say the first part is screws. And then the right output is any undefined item. And then we can make, so we've got access to 4 here. Yeah, we can make half of these rods and half of it. Half of it plates. Let's get the blueprint for that one ready to go. Oh, we're 1 plate short. Oh, you know what? We do have a little storage over here. Maybe it's got some plates in it. It does not. I was hoping to have just enough time to grab some plates. Kind of while we were building this thing, but major disadvantage of not having your digital depot connected, which is something we still need to work out. Okay, now we can do the blueprint for the mega store. That looks about right. We'll find out here in a second. Yep, looks good to me. So this one we probably need... Actually, this doesn't have to be a smart splitter at all. This one will say left output plate. Well, hold on. On this one, we want to output... No, I think if we... Yeah. We can do this smartly. By just outputting rods. Reinforced plate. You're killing me. Wait, what do you mean reinforced plate? Oh, I don't have that stuff on my actual list of things to do. That's why it's confusing me. Okay, all right. Fine. We'll just go down the line here for a bit. You know, by not having this, we do open ourselves up to a few more levels of convenience. So I just set this up totally wrong. Hold on. Yeah, I got confused because we don't have the reinforced plate. And I want to have 2 rods and 2 plate storage. I think that'll be the last little bit of stuff we need. That doubles down our storage for plates. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. If push comes to shove, we can always put more into this, right? Like we can connect more plates into the system. And right now we're only dealing with 1 belt worth, but we can always do like this. And now we've got throughput capability for 2 belts worth. And just a crazy amount of inline storage. So while we're doing other stuff, we're always pulling in a little bit. Now, how do we hook this up? I think my original design was to get rid of this. And then behind this one, we'll just add this connection. What is that? 10. Why is that steel? Oh. Yeah, I gotta keep forgetting that these are all Mark III designs. Oh, there isn't a flat version of this. It's either a slight tilt up at 10 or a slight tilt down at 8.5. I think the slight tilt down looks ever so slightly better. Yeah. So now we're uploading, and once the upload fills up, it'll back into here, and then this thing will go over here. Worst case scenario, we never have enough and it never uploads. I'm trying to decide if it makes more sense to do it on the first one or on the last one. The only reason why I would consider doing it over here is because it's more like storage-y. But I like doing it over here because this gives us more opportunities to output. Right? All these outputs are taken. So we can't use them to get back onto the factory belt. Yeah, I think the first one is the way to go. See, we already have 500 rods. I can't even update this because it's all... It probably won't even let me update this. I'm gonna have to go back and see how I built this in such a way that I can't replicate it or change it. That is very, very weird to me. 8.5. Done and done. getting a lot of screws. We promised ourselves we would actually use screws this time. I've played this game all the way through 4 times. Well, 3 times. And I've avoided screws most of the time. Not this time. We're going to see what screws have to offer. So that is maxing out at 2 belts worth of screws. But I guess it all depends on how many inputs you send in. But no, it is maxing out at 2 screws because you only have these 2 belts to send it down. All the way down. Can we get a 3rd one in here? There is some access on the back, so we could make 3 belts of screws. Uh-oh. Now that question about whether it should be the first or the last kicks in pretty hard. I think I'll slide it in on the back of this one. But I'll do it later. I'm really upset about this idea that we can't alter this blueprint. And I've built way too many of these to try to change it at this point. Screws are not making it into the uploader. One belt worth is going in here. And they're all going up the top output. That's the danger of using these things as splitters. They're not very predictable, unfortunately. It would need a certain amount of overload to actually send. As it currently stands, it'll never hit overload because it's a shared belt. But for testing purposes, let's put a chunk of screws in here. Dang, those screws are going in fast. Oh, that's right. This machine has an internal one-stack buffer. Is it a one-stack buffer, or is it a however big your upload size is buffer? There's a faster way to check that. Let's go over here. Nope, one-stack buffer. And then I need to go through all of these, change them all to screws. This is a self-imposed task. I'm tempted to say that this side actually labels what's going on over here. So that would make it a little easier for us to understand what's in this row without necessarily having to go over there. So for now, we'll just change this one. So there you go. I mean, that's not too bad, really. We have oh, that lined up nicely. Will they all work that easily? No. Okay, I'll take it. I remember having to do a bunch of tweaking previously, but if you're gonna make that easy for me, I'm gonna take it. I mean, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16, 15 industrial storage containers dedicated to iron rods and iron plates. More than enough. The only one that I might go even bigger on would be the copper ingots, but we're not even at that point yet. I'm gonna have to make a hard decision about how wide I want this thing to be. Problem is we haven't even really finished the first level of... Is it me or does that look really cool? It could just be me, but I doubt it. It's not too wide yet. If we look at it this way, though, it's 5 industrial storage container mega storage wide. So if we went 5 on this side, if we made this side copper and deuterium, maybe, then we could probably go up a couple levels and then put another storage level at that point for that level's worth of stuff. We've already started the process, though. Like, the encased beams are being stored down here as well. So maybe we go 6 wide on each side. And in that way we can have room for reinforced plate. What else are we going to make here? Reinforced plate. Frames, right? So I look at the rods, probably going to make frames out of those. Right, and the screws, we're going to make rotors. So we're going to have to make screws. That's going to be an interesting thing given our current motif, I guess, of design. 12.5 to 50. So that's 4 times the output than the input. So we'd have to change the output on those belts to spread across 4 belts as opposed to 1. If we want this design to hold. Otherwise, it's going to overload the belt, and then it's just going to back the thing up. And not in a good way. But I think this is pretty close. I am going to have to go through and upgrade these manually. I guess that's just kind of part of it. Ooh, these are empty? Yeah, this is the reason why we label things, because if they get empty and you don't know what's there, it could be bad times. Cool. All right, yeah, let's call it there. Like I said, short video, just something thinking about how sushi belts can actually be helpful. Considerations and what happens when you use industrial storage containers as splitters. And the integration of digital depot uploaders in your storage scheme. Not bad, though. All in all, I think we got it covered. Next time, I think I'll go through and we'll either figure out how to get... So here's the problem. The smart splitter is good, but it's not smart enough to take care of all of the copper stuff as well. Because we want to go copper on that side of the building. Oh no, I just had a thought. If we're facing this way, I should probably want this to be mirror imaged. Or I'd have to put them in like this. We'll have to see. Whatever happens, they're probably not fully compatible, unfortunately. But that's definitely something that we can worry about in the next episode. I promised myself it'd be under an hour, and so I'm going to keep my promise. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.